This is our RV. We got a problem. We got some window leaks, some roof leaks. We got a rusty bumper. Let's come check it out. Over time, seals shrink. Starting to let a little water in. We're gonna put some Flex Caulk clear all up and around here so it stops leaking. Come on back here. See this? It doesn't look good. You don't want to follow this on the road and see a rusty bumper. Where do we pull this out of canal or something? Flex Seal Aerosol Black is gonna make that look brand new again. This is the whole purpose why we're here. You're not supposed to really maneuver these RVs with the slide out extended like it is, but it looks like they hit a tree branch. What happened is this membrane got ripped. There's raw wood under here. This is not sealed. Water gets in here, we're done. We're burning daylight, let's go. All right, roof's all cleaned off. We didn't make it sparkling clean. You don't need to. Just gotta get the loose stuff. Next step, Flex glue, cartridge. Let's go. We want to get all the perimeter of the damage too, like behind the actual rip, creating a barrier, sort of like a boundary all around the damaged area. I'm gonna slowly squeeze it in. It's looking good. Now I got my boundary. I got my Flex glue just inside the actual rip zone. Just in case something were to happen and water were to get past this, it's not gonna go any further than this spot. We got the border done. Now we're gonna glue the flap down. Now we're making a barrier on the inside of the damage. Now that I put Flex glue on there, I'm gonna use my putty knife, push it down in there. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. Good thing about Flex glue, it has a lot of instant grab. It's rubberized. Once this stuff goes down, it's not coming up, and it will outlast all the materials that this is made of. We gotta make sure it stays sealed on this side too as well. All right, that's a nice clean fix. Super simple. Round one, Flex glue. Let's move on to the tape now. All right. Full disclosure, I came to fix it with the 4-inch at first, but I did not measure the size of the damage here. So the 4-inch, unfortunately, won't work in this application. The good news is, Flex tape has an 8-inch version. Sorry, buddy, maybe another time. And now we're gonna fix it the right way. First thing we're doing, we're gonna just measure. Go over your damage area, give a little extra. Now, as you saw before, I fixed it with Flex glue. So now the flapper of this rubber membrane is stuck down with Flex glue. But I like covering it with a piece of Flex tape. I just cut this with my razor knife. Little pro tip, don't use scissors. The adhesive is so thick and so gummy, it sticks so well, it's gonna goo up your scissors. So the easiest way, just get yourself a piece of wood backer, slice it right off. This is a rubberized tape. I like using Flex tape because it's thick, it's really strong.
Flex tape is super strong, and once it's on, it holds on tight.
So this corner right here is the weak spot. So that's why I'm gonna make sure we get over that corner well, so any water that comes down here, it sheds off of it. Now, another little pro tip, as you know, this is probably one of the most difficult parts, is to get the liner off the tape. Take your blade. Since your blade is a lot thinner than your fingernail, which normally you would use, just get in there. There you go. You're not sitting there for 20 minutes trying to get the corner off. When you're pulling the liner off, be careful the tape doesn't end up sticking to something, like sticking to itself. I'm gonna hold it up here while I align the bottom first. About there. Start in with pressing that bottom. Now, once I got one end onto the tape, I'm gonna pull a little bit, not too much, but just enough to put some pressure on there and then lay it down. Nice and even, just like that. Another little pro tip, the roll that you cut off of. Now I put a little pressure on it so this way there would be no chance of any air bubbles or anything. And this makes sure that it's attached really good. Now with our thumbs, we're gonna get around the corner really well and press down. Because like I mentioned before, this is very crucial because this damage floats over down to the side. But what we're doing with the triple take, the glue, the tape, the liquid, there's no way it's gonna fit. All right, we're all done here. Get all of our stuff. Now we're ready for liquid. Pro tip for pouring, take your chip brush, get it in there. Use your chip brush before you start painting to get any product that's in that groove that the cap goes into. So this way, once you seal it back up, it's not a huge pain to use it again in the future. Now that we got a little bit of Flex liquid in here, I want to get all my cutting done, which is all the places that I can't get easily with the roller. And plus with the brush, I want to work it into the corners of the tape. Remember, this is the triple right here. The Flex glue, the Flex tape, and then the liquid right on top. When with the redundancy of using these 3 products, they work well together, and it will almost ensure that you don't get any more leaks from this spot. That repair is literally as permanent as it's gonna get. Since we're rolling Flex liquid on our slide out, we're not gonna slide this back in, guys. Do not slide this back in until this stuff is fully cured. I would let it stay for at least 24 hours so it cures nicely. Remember I said I didn't have any leaks on the main roof right here next to me. Well, the reason why I didn't have any leaks is about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago, I used Flex liquid on here when I did have a leak. I fixed the leak. It was dry ever since. But I want to keep that up. Nothing lasts forever out in the weather. So maintenance is the key. All right. Check this out, guys. This is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna use Flex Seal aerosol, the original, the one that started it all, on this back bumper. Look at this bumper. Rust is not your friend. We're gonna handle that with some Flex aerosol black. It's gonna make that bumper look brand new. Before we do that, like always, the most important thing is surface prep. Don't worry about it. You don't have to get every single piece of rust off there. All you're gonna need, stuff right here. A scuff pad, some denatured alcohol and a rag, just to get all the loose rust off. All right, let's get into it. We're fighting the weather here, guys, so let's move. This scuff pad takes all the surface rust off. You want to take anything that's loose. This isn't actually bad. This is just some surface rust. Now here's the magic of it all. A little denatured alcohol, microfiber rag. Look at that. Now this is what you want. You can still see there's rust attached to the bumper. That's fine. We just wanted to get all the loose stuff. What's all the loose stuff? The stuff that's stuck on this and the stuff that wiped up on this. Gotta have a clean surface. If you do your job, Flex Seal will do its job. We got it masked up. We're good to go. We're ready to start spraying. Seal, coat, protect, stop leaks. We're gonna protect. That's what we're gonna do. First of all, shake it real good. It's shaking pretty good. Every time you get a brand new can, just give a little, see that first spray? There's still a little solvent in the tube, so we're just gonna, see, look at that. That's great now. That's your pro tip. Let's get into it. Long sweeping strokes. Don't sit in one spot too long and just watch. If you just move fast, nice smooth coat. You don't want to get too close. You want to stay a little bit away. The best way to use this stuff is light coats. But watch how fast this is. By the time I get to the other end, I'll be able to come back here in a few minutes and then start again. All right, that's our first coat. And as you can see, we're not fully through. You look really close, you can see the rust peeking out from there. That's what you want. A nice light coat as your base coat. The light coat, it grabs onto the bumper, it grabs onto the rust better. Probably, I would say that was a couple of minutes. We're gonna give it the touch test. Nothing. Surface is dry enough to go ahead and start doing another light coat. Don't pull the trigger and then start moving. That'll pretty much leave a little blotchy surface. You always want to be in motion. Man, that bumper looks good. See how easy that was? We're done. The stuff's nice and dry. It's just about to rain. Let's take this off. Wow, look at that. Night and day. Let's wrap this up, man. It's starting to rain. Perfect timing. Hey guys, sorry to stop you, but I got a pro tip here. Once you're done using Flex Seal aerosol, it's really important to empty the nozzle. Let me show you how to do that real quick. Right now, as you can see, there's product in there. Go upside down, make sure you're spraying it away. And see how it turned clear? Now this will last for a really long time. You put the cap on, put it on your shelf. All right, let's get back to the video. Today, we're gonna do the window with Flex Caulk. It's a hybrid formula. This stuff is great. It sticks really well. It's 100% weatherproof. You don't need a caulk gun. Use it right from the can. You can paint over it if you want to. We're not gonna paint over it. You're not gonna even know it's there. But we came here to finish the job. Let's get into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna seal around the perimeter with the exception of the very, very bottom over here. These are the factory weep holes there's any rain or moisture inside, it weeps out of that hole. If you were to seal up those holes, water would stay in there and then you got big problems. First thing we're gonna do is start cleaning. I like using denatured alcohol because it's not too aggressive. You could use soapy water. If you have decals around here, I would be a little careful. Test on an inconspicuous spot. All right, I think that's good. Now we're getting ready to use our product. Our Flex Caulk, the snap and save cap. The other part of the save is you save it. You put it in your pocket and save it. And it has a trigger flow nozzle that it's gonna adjust the power by moving it left and right. Take that tab off. Now look at that. That's the trigger flow nozzle. We need a little bit, we need a lot of it, we need medium bit, whatever you need, that's gonna give it to us. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on full power. We're gonna squirt a little out. That was the whole goal, just to get what's right inside the tube and the valve out. Here's a little pro tip. Start low and go slow. I like to stop right before it gets to the bottom because you want water to weep out of there if it's in there. Doesn't have to be perfectly neat because you're gonna finish it off with either the Flex gap filler tool or the old-fashioned way is your finger. I'm gonna show you how to use it even in that little tiny gap that we showed you before. Right in that corner right there. Wipe off excess. Rinse and repeat. And you're done. This window is complete. Remember that snap and save cap that we discussed earlier? There's the snap. Listen guys, we fixed the slide out with glue, tape, and liquid. We did the bumper with aerosol. No leaks. We're good to go. Man, it's hot out here. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, flexsealproducts.com.